The second drill that I think it's critically important for everyday carry people to master is called the 5-yard roundup. The 5-yard roundup comes to us from Justin Dyal, and it incorporates a lot of interesting things I think that most people don't spend enough time practicing on. In the first iteration of the drill, we're going to pull the gun out from retention and fire 1 round center mass. In the second iteration, what we're going to do is start from the low ready, and we're going to shoot the gun 4 times. And in all iterations, you have 2.5 seconds of par time to complete the drill. In theory, you would use an 8-inch circle or a B8 target, anything in black or white counts, or any other 8-inch target would do. I'm going to use the green easy aim and try to keep things down the center. If you don't have a circular target at your range, you can always take a tape measure and sort of scope out what that would be. In the third iteration, all we're going to do is put the gun in your dominant hand from the low ready, and on the beep, we're going to fire 3 rounds, also in 2.5 seconds. I think people will find if you don't spend a lot of time shooting one-handed, that's a challenge. And then we're going to put the gun in your support hand from the low ready and fire 2 rounds onto the target in the same 2.5 second time frame. So it's a 10-round drill, and it does in fact incorporate a lot of things that some people don't spend a lot of time practicing on, but they actually should. If you're not used to shooting your support hand or perhaps even your dominant hand for time, it adds a lot of stress and takes a lot of practice to do. Luckily, you can get really good at it with some dry fire and then come to the range to perfect. But this is going to be a challenging drill if you don't spend any time shooting one-handed. And for the 4-round string in iteration 2, if you're not keeping your wrists locked in a firm grip on the gun, you're going to notice over that string of shots, they have a tendency to wander on you. So, cool little drill, 10 rounds, quite challenging as well. Shot at the 5-yard line, of course, hence called the 5-yard roundup. Here we go, 2.5 second par time, iteration 1. That's in 163. Now we have 4. That's in 205. Dominant hand for 3. $177. And support. And that's done in 155. So clearly I'm within the 8-inch sort of circle. Most of the issues are a little bit of buffeting perhaps with the muzzle. And you'll notice I ran that drill in no time at all. It only took 10 rounds. Yes, you do have to practice, especially one-handed under time, but you can see it incorporates a lot of different sorts of potential scenarios that an everyday carry individual might encounter out on the road should you be wounded or only have the use of one hand for whatever reason. That's a skill set that you need to master. One of the other positive aspects of this drill, in my humble opinion, is the focus it puts on the low ready. Your weapon should either be in the holster, at the low ready, or on the target. Those are really the only 3 places that it should be when you're outside of your house. So if you pull the gun and you don't, for whatever reason, place it on the target right away, it should be at the low ready. When the decision is made to shoot, up it comes and then the gun goes off. Low ready is actually a difficult thing to master unless you practice it like anything else. One of the common mistakes people make is they keep the low ready too high. On the beep, they float the sights up over the top of the target. I actually place mine somewhere between the bottom of the target board and the floor. Some people would tell you the bottom of the target board is fine. However, when I do that, I do have a tendency sometimes to sail over the top, and I have to recorrect if I have the visual patience to not pull the trigger. Not an easy thing to do when you're on the clock.